Thank you, Speaker. I appreciate the opportunity to ask some further questions about U.S. Steel Canada's pensions, the health benefits, and as well, looking forward, the opportunity to restructure plant and equipment that we have in both Hamilton and Lake Erie at Nanticoke. Further to my question this morning, Speaker, we know that as of October 9th, retirees and family members can no longer file claims for health, medical, prescriptions, dental insurance benefits as a result of the court decision. On October 9th, to their credit, and this is a start, the Government of Ontario announced it was providing $3 million for a transitional fund. The fund is intended to help ensure that over the next 6 months, retirees have support to address critical health needs and to help them transition to available programs, such as the Trillium drug program. The fund is administered with the support of both U.S. Steel Canada and representatives of the union and salaried employees. I've also been told that information sessions for retirees and their dependents will be organized to assist those who may qualify for the Trillium drug program. And I will point out, and I was given information, they don't need to wait for these information sessions. There's a 1-800 number I've been giving out to a lot of former Stelco U.S. Steel people I've been speaking with. I'll read it into the record, 1-800-575-5386. If they have more questions, I've also been passing on the email trillium@ontariodrugbenefit.ca. So, Ontario's announced a $3 million transitional health benefit fund. However, across Haldimand, Norfolk, Niagara, the Hamilton area, we have something like 20,000 vulnerable retirees are struggling with the grim reality that over the years they were asked to take pensions and pension increases in place of wage increases. As we collaborate on how best to support 20,000 U.S. Steel Canada retirees, we can take a look at what this government has done before. Think of the auto industry. As a result of the 2009 recession, we all worked to support the auto industry. The Ontario government provided $4.6 billion to bail out both GM and Chrysler and their pensioners. The federal government contributed $9 billion. U.S. government contributed $66 billion. As I asked this morning, apart from supporting U.S. Steel Canada's restructuring process and apart from the transition fund, what specifically will this government be offering to pensioners at U.S. Steel Canada? And we know in his answer, Minister Sousa threw blame at the federal government for not releasing details of the agreement. Now, Speaker, the reason I asked for this late show debate was to facilitate a more fulsome discussion of my supplementary question this morning, namely, just what are the plans and action steps being actively pursued in conjunction with this government's strategy to support Ontario's steel industry, more specifically, the restructuring of U.S. Steel. Obviously, much uncertainty remains with respect to future courses of action. As I indicated this morning, Lake Erie Works employees are vigorously pursuing new orders, rooting out waste and inefficiency. The assets are in play, land, plant, equipment, again in whole or in part for any available investment for any bidders. Valuable assets, the coke oven, hot strip mill, galvanizing line, and large acreages at both Hamilton and Lake Erie Works, all worthy of investment. U.S. Steel Hamilton, something like 800 acres. There's thousands of acres down at the Lake Erie Works. They're in an excellent position geographically on the Seaway, proximity to Toronto. Now, we know that bankruptcy proceedings are complete. The process can begin. We understand some companies could be interested. And again, the question, what is this government doing to expedite the process. And I refer specifically to the opportunities for restructuring.
Thank you. I turn it back over now to the Parliamentary Assistant to the Minister of Finance for her comments.
Well, thank you very much, Speaker, and I want to, first of all, apologize for my voice. It is not the best that it's ever been. I'm battling a cold, so please, I hope that the member from Haldimand, Norfolk will bear with me, as whoever's watching at home, and you, obviously, Mr. Speaker. And I want to thank the member for pursuing this late show and for asking more information. As he knows, although the court proceedings are still ongoing, our government remains committed to working with all stakeholders. And our goal is to achieve long-term viability of the Canadian operations, but more importantly, ensure the best possible outcome for employees, retirees, suppliers, customers, and all interested parties in this matter. While this effort is still ongoing, our government wants to ensure that over the next 6 months, the retirees that the member from Haldimand, Norfolk spoke about have the support that they need to address critical health needs and to help them transition, Mr. Speaker, to available programs such as the Trillium Drug Program. To this end, the Ontario government is providing, as mentioned, $3 million for the establishment of a transitional fund administered with the support of U.S. Steel Canada and representatives of the union and the salaried employees. The fund is intended to help ensure that over the next 6 months, the retirees have this critical support, and especially towards their health needs. The fund will be administered with the support of U.S. Steel Canada and representatives of the union and salaried employees. Details of the fund will be made available shortly. However, the province is working closely with representatives of the union and salaried employees on behalf of the retirees, the company, and the monitor to develop the program's parameters. And as the restructuring continues, it is important to remember that the company is still operating and retirees are still receiving their pensions. We are pleased with the developments that have taken place in the Court of Appeal with respect to the decision for the court to hear arguments on unsealing the federal government's secret agreement with U.S. Steel. Throughout this process, our government has been at the table working to help ensure the best possible outcome for the community and for all Ontarians. Our government's top concern, I repeat, the top concern has always been and continues to be for all employees, retirees, and their families who are affected by this situation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.